A Hawaiian welcome to all. Here at Walt Disney World's Polynesian Review, we look forward to an enchanted evening with you, our guests. For the enjoyment of everyone, we ask that you remain in your seat while videotaping and photographing tonight's performance. Mahalo.
This is Hawaii, next door to paradise. This is a magic house where rainbows end. This is Hawaii, my wondrous land. Please spend a little time with me by the silvery sea. Go to paradise, paradise.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aloha and welcome to Walt Disney World's Polynesian Luau Show. For your dining pleasure, before we start our main show, we would like to take you through the various stages of Hawaiian fashion and dance, starting from the ancient times to the contemporary fashions and dance of today. We start at the beginning, when all of the hula was done in honor of the gods of the islands. Our men are wearing malos, which is a long piece of material wrapped and tucked around their bodies. In ancient times, this material was made of strips of bark from the mulberry tree, pounded and woven into a soft cloth. The women enter wearing the pa'u, which is a skirt from the waist to the ankles and a loose blouse tucked into the skirt. We bring you the ancient fashion and dance of Hawaii.
Ulano vealai kalaila kapoi mala. Ulano.
Ulano vikola le kapua imala. Ulano vikola le kapua imala. Akale no vila kaua ilana kada vila. Akale no vila kaua ilana kada vila. Wai keng no hela haita wau au hana le hila. Wai keng no hela haita wau au hana le hila. Kamu ilaha ay na may kamuan hala mahek no hala kamu ilaha hey no kamu iluna hoi awaya tme ton motu etno motu etme awaya oti tama ton motu osma tama ton motu Whoever like me from night lay he ho like no
King David La'amea Kalakaua was the first Hawaiian monarch to travel the world and the only monarch to travel through Europe. In his travels, he took a fancy to the European style of dress and returned to Hawaii with gowns of European fashion. The fine lace and silk material appealed to the women of the islands. So dressed in this European influence, our ladies do for you Iali'i no Oi, our song which translates, "You are my king, and I am under your every command." The monarchy dress with Hawaiian touches was adopted as the formal Hawaiian wedding gown. The fragrant mighty vine that our lovely wahine wears is the symbol of the couple's ever-binding love. dressed in today's Hawaiian fashion, the aloha shirt, which can be worn with either shorts or pants. They do for you a fun song called Holo Holo Ka, which says, hey, how about you and I go for a car ride around the island?
Polynesia, the women of today prefer to wear what is called a kikepe in Hawaii, lava lava in Samoa, and pariro in Tahiti. Our women show you different ways to wear 2 yards of material without a stitch of thread, pins, or zippers. So ladies, if you're ever in a bind for something to wear, from a bathing suit for the beach to casual evening wear, pay close attention, and we'll show you how to drape and tie 2 to 3 yards of material into some interesting fashions. We start with 2 yards of material, which has been wrapped into a bathing suit modeled by our Samoan beauty, Elena. To get this look, place the material lengthwise over your chest and tie the ends in the middle of your back, letting the rest of the material hang in front of you. After tying it at your back, pull the rest of the material through your legs, bringing it around your back and hips, tying the ends at the front of your waist. As simple as that, ladies, you'll have a bathing suit or a cool and comfortable outfit to lounge around in. Thank you, Elena. For a more sophisticated look, we bring out our Hawaiian lovely Malia, this time using 3 yards of material. Malia got this look by holding the material lengthwise in front of her and tying the ends behind her neck, letting the collar area drape softly. Bringing the material through her legs, this time leaving the length at her ankles. She brought it up behind her hips and tied it again at the front of her waist. Our lovely Malia. Our daytime styles of wearing pateros modeled by our Polynesian beauties, Malia and Elena. Here's another Hawaiian lovely kapiolani, wearing what looks to be a long skirt and matching strapless blouse. But again, it's 2 yards of draped and tied material. For this look, hold the material lengthwise around your body and make a small tie at the side of your bust under your arm, letting the rest of the material hang down. Pulling the material up from around the hip area to get your desired length, tie it again, this time at the hips, and there you'll have a skirt blouse effect. Lovely kapiolani. From the islands of Samoa, here's Luiti wearing a sexier style of pareo. Using 3 yards again, she placed the material behind her lengthwise, bringing the ends to the front and tying them at the middle of her chest. Taking the material from the back and leaving the length at her ankles, she placed it over the front of her hips and taking it around, tied it at the back of her hips. Our lovely Luiti. We present these 2 fashions as Hawaii calls.
Hawaii calls with a message of aloha to you, sweet surf is booming on the sand at Waikiki tonight. Oh, how I wish that you were strolling hand in hand with me tonight. Hawaii calls with a melody of love dear across the sea as evening falls. Reminding you to dream a while of happy days we knew. Hawaii calls and my heart's calling you.
We hope you have enjoyed our pre-show presentation of the fashions and dances of Hawaii, from today's patios and aloha shirts, all the way back to the ancient malos and kahu'us.
And my heart calling you.
Ela, hala, yeah. Ah, hey, ha,
Ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen the fashions of Hawaii. We will be returning in 7 minutes for your journey through all of Polynesia. Mahalo. Manes, Vahines, Aikanis, Malinis, and Keikis. Aloha! Well, not bad for the first try. However, in Hawaii, aloha is our way of greeting, and it's customary that when someone greets you with aloha, that you return that greeting with an even bigger one. So we're going to try that one more time. And this time, let's have a great big aloha from each and every one of you out there, especially you boys and girls, okay? Aloha! Oh, mahalo, thank you. Now that's the way to do it. Now that you've got that Hawaiian spirit, I'll share another one of our customs with you. And that is when you come to our islands, you're greeted with a flower lei or a shell lei and a kiss on the cheek. This is our way of saying hello. When you came to the luau this evening, you received shell leis. Did you also receive a kiss? No? Well, I tell you what. Let's everyone turn to the person on your right. Give that person a kiss and say aloha. Come on. That's it. There's no one to the right. You can turn to the left. There you go. Reach across the table. That's it. Good. It's such a lovely way to get to know each other. That's nice. Good. Well, now that you're better acquainted, my name is Mapuana, and I come from the islands of Hawaii. I'll be your guide on a musical journey through some of the most beautiful and exciting islands in Polynesia, sharing with you many of the songs, dances, and customs of our people. All you have to do is just sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves. You've been greeted by the ceremonial drum dances from Tahiti called the Oteas. Right now, we'd like to show you the softer side of Tahiti with a slow Tahitian hula called the Ahuroa. The song the girls will be dancing to talks about a bird who flies from one island to another, carrying with him a message to a girl whose sweetheart is far, far away. We present to you our beautiful Vahines with a slow Tahitian hula. Throughout the South Pacific, we come upon the friendly islands of Tonga, the last reigning monarchy in the Polynesian Triangle. We hear the sound of the pongo-pongo or nose flute as it used to awaken the king and queen each morning. Tongans have entered carrying with them paddles, used not only for dancing, transportation, but also agricultural purposes. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the kingdom of Tonga. From the kingdom of Tonga. Mahalo, thank you. From the excitement of Tonga, we take you to the islands that I call home, Hawaii, where our dance is called the hula. Hawaii's last king, King David Kalakaua, described the hula best when he said, "Hula is a language of the heart, therefore the heartbeat of the Hawaiian people." Our dancers will be coming out wearing one of the traditional hula costumes in Hawaii. Part of this costume consists of what is commonly referred to as the grass skirt. But as you'll see, it's actually a skirt made from real leaves called tea leaves. They'll carry with them 3 of the ancient hula implements used to interpret the dance, like the hollowed-out gourd called the ipu, a pair of split bamboo called pu'ili, and some brightly feathered rattling gourd called the uli-uli. Come with us to Hawaii with the implement hula of the Hawaiians.
Hey,
you back to Tahiti, this time to show you the love dances of the Tahitians called the aparimas. Aparima meaning hand dance. Similar to the hulas of Hawaii because the hands do tell a story. Now these dances are enjoyed by both the men and the women. We're going to start off featuring our handsome kanes as they show you their sexy style of the dance with an aparima called Tani Tamure. Our handsome kanes. Now our lovely ladies would like to show you their version of the aparima, also adding a kappa, which is a little faster style of the dance. I want to remind you that aparima does mean hand dances. So ladies, and especially gentlemen, do pay close attention to the hands, or you just might miss the entire story. Here's our lovely ladies with the love dances from Tahiti. From Tahiti, we take you to the furthest most point in the Polynesian Triangle, Aotearoa, the land of the long white clouds, better known to you as New Zealand. The people there are called Maoris, and they're noted throughout Polynesia for their long canoes, beautiful vocal harmony, and the precision dance of the poi balls. Of all the dances performed by the women in the South Pacific, the dance of the poi ball is the most difficult. It requires extreme coordination and skill to perform. I'd like to describe to you the Maori costume because it's unique to any other dress worn in Polynesia. The women wear a sack-like dress. This one, being red and black, is only one of many color combinations used in New Zealand to distinguish the district in which the dancer comes from. Over this, a reed-like skirt called a piu-piu. Round the neck, a green tiki stone goddess. This is the symbol of good luck in New Zealand. And you'll notice on the head a headband, very similar to that worn by the American Indian, called a tapati. Now, woven in this tapati is the genealogy of the dancer. The Maoris were also fearless warriors. As we near a village, we're greeted by a Maori warrior. He'll carry with him a carved spear called a taiaha. He'll make facial grimaces called pukana. Pukana is the sticking out of the tongue to its farthest point and the rolling and the crossing of the eyes. Now to you, this may seem funny, but the Maoris believe it wards off evil spirits. When our warrior feels that you have all come in friendship, he will summon the rest of the villagers to join in the festivities. So we say to all of you, haere mai, welcome to New Zealand. The dances of our Maori cousins. Mahalo, thank you. The 1920s and 30s went down in history as the jazz era. Johnny Noble, noted as the king of Hawaiian jazz, believed that jazz music would blend beautifully with the Hawaiian music. He proved this with his most famous composition, the Hawaiian War Chant. During this time, Hollywood began imitating the dances from these mysterious islands, adding a touch of novelty to the hula, capturing it on film forever in such movies as Pagan Love Song and Hurricane, which starred Dorothy Lamour, Hollywood's most famous hula dancer. She glamorized the hula girl image by wearing a sarong or a cellophane skirt as she danced to the popular tune, Moon of Manakura. So come, step back and do time with us to the Hawaiian jazz era and the golden age of Hollywood with a little South Sea Island magic. Stylings of beautiful Kapiolani as she dances to the Moon of Manakura.
South Sea Island magic is made from the light of the stars. Breezes of the mountains and music from native guitars. The moon of Manakura fills the night with magic Polynesian charm. The moon of Manakura came inside and brought you to my girl. Do you recall our meeting by the campfire that glowed near the ocean? A simple word of greeting was the start of an endless again above the
lovely Kapiolani and the haunting voice of Imaikalani. Thank you. Now let's go to a village in Samoa, where you'll experience Samoa, or the Samoan way of life. Our men celebrate with the Fa'atau Pati, the Samoan body slap dance. The women of the village and the talking high chief will join them for a sasa. You'll then be visited by the Taupo, who is the daughter of the high chief. Watch our men as they vie for her attentions. And finally, our chief will perform the most dangerous and exciting dance in all of the South Pacific, the Nipo'oti, the Samoan knife dance. Now, these knives are razor sharp, and by adding fire, there's an even greater danger that only few were able to master. So come with us to Samoa, where they greet you with Talofa.
Sir! Sir!
from Samoa. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to remind you that due to the danger involved in this next number, anyone standing or seated around the stage area, please return to your seats. Thank you. And now we're proud to present the most dangerous and spectacular dance in all of the South Pacific, the Samoan Nifo Ati.
Sasaleva fa, sasaleva we are going to the
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tamatoa. Papatai, thank you. In Tahiti, July 14th, Bastille Day, is a huge festival, complete with parades, coconut tree climbing, canoe racing, and what else but a dance competition. The dancers are judged not only on their beauty, but on their interpretation of the drums. As we bring our lovely girls out, calling her by name, we want you to be the judges. By your applause, we can tell which of them you favored. Now we want you to pay very close attention to this next dance, because at the end of it, our kanes and pahines will be going out among you to find themselves a partner. I must warn you, though, should they approach your table and invite you up here to join them, you cannot refuse. This is a very old Polynesian custom. To Tahiti with Ori Tahiti. Here's our first two dancers. On your left from American Samoa, the vivacious Elena. And on your right from the islands of Hawaii, the charming Malia. On your left from the big city of Honolulu, the enchanting Kaulu. And on your right from the garden island of Kauai, the very graceful Kapiolani. Both of these dancers come from the island of Oahu. On your left from Kailua, the lovely Pualani, and on your right from Kaneohe, the exciting Lokelani. All the way from Western Samoa, our Taupo Luiti. Now our cast is out among you looking for partners. Remember, you cannot refuse. And if we have any volunteers out there, please raise your hands. Here's our first group of dancers with their partners. Papatai, thank you. And our next group of dancers with their partners. Thank you. And our next group of dancers with their partners. Mahalo, thank you. And last is Luiti with her partner. We're going to take this one nice and slow. applause for all of our guests for coming up here and joining us this evening. Thank you very much. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed your journey through Polynesia just as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Before we leave you, though, we'd like to introduce to you the members of our cast. Now, you've already met our lovely ladies from the islands of Polynesia. How about a nice round of applause for them? Thank you. And our handsome Kanes, Vaya, Anela, Tamarii, Akwane, and Bonati. From the islands of Samoa, our courageous night dancer, Tamatoa. Thank you. And we can't forget the backbone of our show, our fantastic musicians, the Kaneloas.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for our lovely mistress of ceremonies, Mapuana.
Thank you very much. Last but not least, a nice round of applause for the rest of our Luau family, the Kanes and Bahines that served you this evening, your waiters and waitresses. Mahalo. Thank you. Now we want you to remember that aloha also means until we meet again. So from all of us to all of you, aloha.